Hi everyone, 2:36 on this Monday afternoon. I'm Rekha Muttaraj in the KHOU 11 newsroom. We're following a lot of big stories today, but let's check in on the Astros first. Can we pull up the score? I need to see the score. 8-3, Astros down, but we're not out. Jaime, what inning are we in?
Looks like we are in the 7th inning.
We are in the 7th inning. Okay. Well, this is Game 3 against the Tampa Bay Rays. Astros in St. Petersburg, Florida, as they try to complete that 3-game sweep. Can they do it? We don't know, but we are keeping an eye on it, of course. Let's talk about some other stories today, some serious ones that we're following in the Houston area. Police are looking for 3 men who murdered a store clerk at a Valero in South Houston, in Sunnyside, in that neighborhood specifically. The men were masked and armed when they came into the store around 3 o'clock this morning to rob the place. They were caught on surveillance video. You probably saw pictures from there. Family friends are talking about the clerk who was killed. He was working his usual overnight shift. His name is O'Day Caduce, and he is 29 years old. Family friends telling us he migrated to America from Palestine about 3 years ago. And we've got new surveillance video as well overnight that shows that third suspect. So these 3 guys got away in a dark-colored Nissan sedan with a missing front bumper. Police say they are dangerous with no regard for human life, as we saw overnight. So if you have any information about these guys, please call police. We are following an Amber Alert for a 13-year-old girl out of the Del Rio area. She's believed to have been abducted last month. Take a look at this. That is her picture, and that is the man they believe who abducted her. First, let's talk about the girl. Again, she's 13. Her name is Betsabe Perez. She was last seen on September 9th. She's 5 feet 5 inches tall. She has brown hair, brown eyes. You can see she has bangs. DPS says she may be with 19-year-old Eric Diaz Tapia. He is driving an older model red 4-door sedan. Again, if she looks familiar, if he looks familiar, if you have any information, if you see a description of that car, please call authorities. She's missing out of Del Rio, obviously on the west side, west of San Antonio, very close to the Mexico border. I don't think it's changed, but can we pop up the Astros score again? Let's take a look and see. Okay, yeah. Still 3-8. Go Stros. We're keeping our fingers crossed. The Astros are in Florida, and our temps are finally feeling just as nice as Florida. Erica, I hope this cold front is here to stay.
Yeah, we're talking about a cold front that's already pushed through the viewing area. So as far as what we're tracking at the moment, a couple of lingering showers behind this front. I know most of us have been on the dry side, but that front has officially made its way into the Gulf of Mexico. Notice these streamlines. Those streamlines, they're bringing in a drier north wind. So that's primarily what we're seeing with this, is a wind shift with this front. Here's what that wind shift is doing. Okay, so I know we're not feeling a huge change this afternoon. Highs are about 10 degrees cooler though, but what is happening is that a drier air mass is filtering in. So dew points in our northern counties in the low 60s versus dew points that are still in the 70s for our coastal counties. That drier air will help us bring in some of the coolest temperatures that we've seen in 6 months. We'll begin to feel that by Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning. So that's the big change with this first fall front that's pushing through. Your 24-hour temperature change right now, this is comparing this afternoon compared to this weekend, Sunday afternoon. We are almost 10 degrees cooler here in Houston, 23 degrees cooler in areas such as Huntsville. Barely starting to cool down for our coastal counties. Again, it takes time. This front officially pushed through very early in the morning, and it's going to take time for the drier and cooler air to filter in. Now, we're not calling this a cold front by any means. It's just a transition front. It's the official first front that was capable of making its way through Houston, and that's going to open up the door for several other fronts to make its way into our area, which will eventually bring in the sweater weather. Okay, still a beautiful afternoon out in Galveston right now. Notice the trees are blowing. We do have a stronger north wind, so it is gusty at times. Gusts of up to 20 miles an hour are possible throughout this afternoon. But with the lowering humidity, we are talking about some temperatures that are going to take us on a little roller coaster ride this week. But good news, if this is not the type of weather that you expected with this front, there's a stronger front in the forecast. And this front that's pushing through on Friday is going to bring in sweater weather, at least for Saturday morning and Sunday morning. So if you have any tailgating plans, any weekend plans, you're going to definitely want to know what's going on this weekend. Okay, future track temperatures. We're still in the low 80s this afternoon. That is average for this time of the year. We've just been above average. So again, we were in the low 90s this weekend, 10 degrees cooler. We'll take it, right? Here's what we're going to wake up with tomorrow. Because of the fact that dew points are dropping, that's how much moisture is in the atmosphere, that's going to allow us to get cooler. The lower the humidity, the cooler our temperatures can get, but our afternoons will still be kind of warm, which is why highs are still in the 80s by Tuesday afternoon. But again, that's seasonable for this time of the year. So this front just helped us put us back on track. Okay, even cooler Wednesday morning. This is going to be the coolest morning that we're tracking this week, but Wednesday morning lows near 60. Isolated spots may dip down into the upper 50s. I think several will. These are going to be the coolest temperatures we have had since early April. That is 6 months, guys. So it's been half a year that we have not felt temperatures in the low 60s. Highs on Wednesday were back in the 80s. So again, moral of the story for the next couple of days, 60s into the 80s for the afternoon. Pretty pleasant out there. We're going to have a little bit of a bump in the forecast. This is where the roller coaster ride starts to come into play. Thursday, summer's back. Highs are back to near 90s. It's going to be muggy again on Thursday. This is what we call compressional warming ahead of another strong front that's going to be pushing through on Friday. Here's the front sweeping through, does have some storm chances with it Friday afternoon. This one is going to be strong enough to drop our lows into the 50s for the weekend. So here's a look at that roller coaster ride. Today, gradually warming up. We'll be near 90 on Thursday, and then that front pushes through Friday, which is why our coolest day that we're tracking will be on Saturday. Here's a look at your morning lows we'll be waking up to, 50s. Both Saturday and Sunday. That's hoodie weather in my opinion. But the good news is that the afternoons will be pleasant, low humidity, plenty of sunshine also. Our only rain chance will be lingering early Saturday morning. So guys, we have an awesome weekend ahead. But overall, again, this front is a transition period. So tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning, will be when we'll really start to feel the impacts with this first fall front that's officially made its way through our area. And then lots to look forward to for this weekend. So as far as what we're tracking, I'll have more updates on the forecast coming up on the 411. So keep it right here on KHOU.